still drinking the water. Welcome back, everybody, to Habibi's Cryptos and NFTs. Today I got a super special guest in the building, my boy JUJU, here with his dogs. We got a lot to talk about.
Yep, a couple different dogs. This is Benji.
This is Benji up first. We're gonna go over a couple little things. We got a little cheat sheet what we're gonna go over today. We got some pinpoint detailed questions we're gonna ask JUJU and see what Justin has to say about these questions. We're gonna be going over pretty much the main things you need to know when you wanna breed a dog and the key aspects to the money involved, the cost, how you get the dog, and everything that he wants to share. So stay tuned and let's keep this going. We're gonna start with question number 1 for Justin here. All right, so it's the intro. Tell us your name, your age, and how you started pretty much with breeding.
All right, so my name is Justin. I also go by JUJU. You can find me on Instagram at Mr.Trapaholic_. I'm 23. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. And how I got started was, well, I'm just an entrepreneur. So I'm always looking for new ways to find different hustles and shit, you know?
Yeah.
So then when I heard about the dog breeding stuff, one of my friends had actually told me about it. I was like, oh, you know, I like dogs. I might be able to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great, man. So pretty much, you just pretty much started through friends and seeing it around and on your phone, social medias. Did you go to any dog meets or anything like that?
No, you know what? I actually had not seen too much of it. I've never been to, well, I have now, but I hadn't been to a dog show or anything. Really, it was just word of mouth. My friend was telling me like, hey, you should do this, and he was breaking it down to me, and I was like, I might have to see what I'm talking about. But then once I started, I did add a lot more dog pages on Instagram.
Yeah.
I started to notice a lot more. Then I started going to the shows. Like,
yeah. And you told me you started doing the reels now, and you started seeing the more activity, trying new things with social media. That's great.
Just trying to get in the community, you know? That's
awesome, Justin. So let's cheers to that. Question number 1 with JUJU.
My guy.
And Benji.
He wants a little sip himself.
All right. All right, everybody, we are back, and it's time for question number 2. We are going in deep on this, all right? So pretty much we're gonna be asking Justin here, finding your dog. How did you find your dogs? Why did you choose them? How did you name them? Let's hear what Justin has to say.
All right, so finding my dog. So like I said, I kind of had a friend that put me on. He was real big into it. I think he already had like 5 Frenchies at the time. I did choose the dog I have for specific reasons. Like this right here, this is Benji. He's a black and tan Merle. He carries blue, he carries a copy of chocolate, and he carries a fluffy. So there's a lot I can do with him. I can stud him out and I can make like some lilac dogs or some fluffy dogs, some real high quality stuff. And he just had some high quality structure himself.
Looks so awesome. And why did you name him Benji? Is it just because the money, or the money's on the?
It's me and my business partner who do this, and we just try to keep all the dogs under like money names. Like I got a name for the next dog I get, but I'm gonna keep that on the low for now.
Still coming soon, huh?
Yeah, coming soon. It's dope though. It's a good name.
That's awesome. So now we know why you chose him, why you named him. I know you have another dog to show us here, and let's get to it.
All right, let's switch him out.
All right, we're gonna do a little close-up of Benji, show you guys some of his detailed structure, some of his highlights. Beautiful.
Some things you want to look for in the dogs is big heads, straight, short backs, short tails. Want to have a nice stance and stuff. And he's got some good structure. He's only 6 months old.
Put him up close to the camera so they can get a good look. Put his face as close as you can to it without, awesome. Yeah,
so this is probably as long as he's gonna get. Now after 6 months, he's probably just gonna stock up and get like real beefy, big.
And stocky, yeah. That's awesome, that's awesome.
All right, let's show you guys the next one.
All right, let's check out the next dog Justin got for us. All right, everybody, we're back here with Cash. This is Cash. She is one of Justin's favorites. Justin, tell us a little about Cash.
Cash is actually my first dog. That's probably why she's my favorite. She is currently pregnant right now, and you can find updates on her puppies at J.j.frenchies. Cash is a black and tan Frenchie, but she carries some special genes herself. She carries an Isabella gene. So if I produce her to like other visual or Isabella carriers, they can have some high quality puppies, which is what we're expecting from this litter. Did
you get Cash from the same purchaser that you purchased Benji from?
I did. Cash and Benji, they share the same mom. So
that's awesome.
I won't be breeding them, but you know, got a good deal.
That's awesome. And the name, obviously, it's like you said earlier, you like
money related.
Same money related subject, which I like, and that is awesome. That's great, man. So pretty much you have two right now. And
yes,
you do plan on getting more, but these have been pretty much your babies. It's a full-time job pretty much.
It is, man. I feel like it's just like kids. Maybe a little less than kids because they can't talk, but that's a negative as well, you know?
Pretty much. They have a voice though that you can hear them. So since we're already talking about that, let's just jump right into the next question real quick, and that's pretty much the time management. And that's pretty much what we just pretty much started talking about. It's how much time and care do your two dogs, Cash and Benji, really need?
Okay, so they are like kids. They do require a lot. And Frenchie specifically, they're real like emotional, and they have attachment issues and stuff like that. So they actually do require quite a lot of attention and time and effort into them and stuff. So I take my time to play with them, engage with them every day, of course. Of course, I do work, so there are times where they are at the house by themselves and they do good. Just keep them in separate cages and stuff.
And you were telling me that some Frenchie owners like that breed and have been breeding for years and years and years, they keep them in their cage for the majority of the day.
Yeah,
with
they
just
do.
Food and water and check on them. But you know what I mean? It's not like you were telling me with your dogs, you incorporate like taking them out, playing with them, and makes them more friendly rather than aggressive.
Yeah, I do know a couple breeders, and they leave. They have like a lot though. They're not just limited to two.
Not just two.
Yeah, so I can understand how it gets hectic. So, but they keep them in the cages majority of the day, and I've heard that makes them real aggressive.
Yeah.
My dogs are more.
They seem real good to me.
Yeah,
they were great with the kids. We're gonna show some clips.
Exactly.
Of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I feel bad if I were to leave them in a cage all day.
Yeah. No, that's great, Justin. That's great.
Yeah. Shit, they cry all the damn time. I don't know how they do it because these motherfuckers don't shut up half the time.
So let me ask you this too: does it affect your everyday life with work and running errands? Just having to check on them all the time? Is it cost you a lot of time?
It does. You know, I have to consider that every day. Like, okay, I gotta eventually return to the house at this time because I do have to check on the dogs. I gotta make sure they got some food. I gotta make sure they got some water. I gotta make sure the AC is on and running and stuff.
But that's another thing.
Yeah, these Frenchies, they don't have sweat glands. So like in extreme heat conditions, anything over like 80 or 75, they can overheat really easily and like pass out and sometimes die. Yeah. So yes, they're not outside dogs. They're really like inside animals.
Keep that note, especially if you do plan on breeding dogs. Those are great notes to just take down, mental notes to just remember and throw in the back of your head. Thanks to Justin, you're able to find that out. Yeah. So let's keep going. I mean, I don't even want to stop the film. This is going so great that we're just going to jump right into the next question, and that is cost. Justin, tell us, like, is it hurting your pockets? Is buying all this food and treats and cages and mats for their piss and all these things that you have to go out of your... the dogs are expensive to purchase in the first place, but everything else, tell us.
So yes, it is not a cheap investment and it is not a quick investment. It is not the type of investment you get into if you just want a quick like pump and dump scheme, you know? It is a very long investment, at least a year, and it is very costly. You do have to have some type of income or some type of bread saved up in general. Or a business partner to at least split some of the costs.
Help you out with it, 50-50.
Yeah, because let's start off with Cash. Cash, because she has that rare Isabella gene, she was a little bit more expensive, and I got her for around like $8,000. And
wow,
that's just a starting price. There's other things that she needs that comes with it, like shots. When you pay for a stud fees are expensive. They can start off at $2,500 and go all the way up to $10,000, depending on what stud you breed the dog to. One thing about Frenchies is they go through C-sections, or they have to go through C-sections, and you have to pay for that, which can be anywhere from like $1,000 to $2,500. And then
track of that.
You want to have certain stuff for when the puppies come, like maybe like an incubator. That's another $500. If the puppy gets sick at all, vet fees can be expensive. Of course, you want to have a tracking device in the dog. You know, it's an investment.
Yeah,
you have to have some type of insurance. And then they go through some food. I think I buy a lot of big bags in bulk, so I guess the food really ain't too bad. I think I want to spend like under $200 a month between pads and food, which really ain't crazy money.
Yeah.
But, you know, with all that being said, we could jump into the next topic and see how I make some of that money back.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna take a little break before we jump into the next question. Stay tuned for more. All right, we're back, and we got some more action for you guys. We're gonna be talking about the money and the profits for Justin. He's gonna be talking about his two dogs, Benji and Cash, how much he sees himself making with these two dogs. Go ahead and let us know, man.
All right, so even though these dogs are pretty expensive, they do have, and it's a long investment, they do have a pretty good return. If you breed the dogs right, you know, mix and match the right genes together, like to create some of the more rare colors like Isabella or lilacs, champagne or pink dogs, you can get quite a lot of money. Let's just say for
how much we talking?
Anywhere up to probably like 60, 80,000,
wow.
maybe more, depending. Like, you gotta think about it. If your one female dog has an average of just 5 puppies,
that's $50,000.
If you sold each dog for $10,000, you know, some of them you probably sell for less, 6, 7. Some of them aren't as rare, but some of them can be as rare. Some dogs can, like Isabella dogs, can go for like 15,000, 20,000, like pretty expensive. Yeah. And then
how much is how much is Benji or Cash able to produce?
So it depends on your ethics. You know, ethically they tell you you're really only supposed to do maybe 1 litter a year, if that, maybe 1 litter every other year. You know, to be real though, you can do it twice a year and she can have up to 5 litters.
Wow.
Yeah, so she can be bringing in money for at least like a solid good 3 years.
Wow.
If you were to do it like that.
The right way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys heard it here first. I mean, breeding your dog could be real profitable. I mean, it's something for you guys to look into. You also have to think about everything else Justin said earlier in the video about all the costs.
1 second, not to cut you off. There's also other ways to create income as well. Like, one of my main purposes for Benji was to stud him out. So not only am I bringing in money from the female, but the male dog, you know, once he gets to a certain age, I can charge for his stud fee, his sperm or whatever. And because he carries rare genes as well, I could end up charging up to like $3,500. And the good thing about that is I can do that every day, every 2 days, you know?
That's awesome.
Now the market for it may not be that high where I do every 2 days, but think about it, even if I stud them out twice a month.
Yes.
What is that, 7 bands?
Yeah, that's a good little side pot right there, man.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
You can do other things too, like buy PG machines, and you can charge other people to do their PG tests. You know, that brings in a lot of money, because 1 PG test is $80. People on average need like 6 of them. So, you know, there's a lot of different things you can do in the dog game to bring in money. It doesn't always just have to be breeding.
That's insane.
You can buy an ultrasound machine, charge breeders to do their ultrasounds. You can sell stuff in bulk, like dog products, dog necklaces, incubators, cages, all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. It's like there's like a whole world behind it, you know what I mean?
Bro, I didn't even realize it until I got into it. Like, it's
and you're 2 years doing it?
Just about, yeah.
Just about 2 years, and the knowledge you've learned in those 2 years is enormous.
Yeah. I can only learn more. Like, I'm still early, I'm still fresh.
Every single day we learn something new, man. That's awesome. Well, pretty much everything's going great. I mean, we're gonna hop into the last and final subject here. It's pretty much Justin's goals, where he sees himself going with this. Is it a once and done? Is it something he plans on doing continuously, getting more dogs and breeding with different colors and different genes?
So yeah, I do have some big goals for this. I do not plan for this to be my main income or my main hustle or whatever. It's still a side thing, and with it being a side thing, I find it more fun because I'm not stressed for it to be my main income, so I can do stuff how I want instead of how I need to. So I'm probably gonna breed more for what I want to create instead of what can I create, what can I get the most money out of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I want to have.
Do you want to do brand? Like, do you want to get your own brand?
Of course, I already do have a logo.
That's
As the
awesome.
company grows, I want.
Hey, we're gonna throw that down in the description below. Links to his Instagram, his socials, and pretty much his page for his dog, so you guys can check it out for yourselves.
That's where you can find all the updates on the puppies she's about to have, on his stud feed when he's ready. And yeah, what was the question?
Pretty much your goals. You pretty much told us where you see yourself. We talked about branding a little bit and your logo that you told us that you have going on. Do you see yourself vending at those dog meets and bringing your pups there
Of course.
to the shows and stuff like that?
Right now I'm a little fish, but I'm working my way up there.
You're gonna be a big piranha here pretty soon.
I got some steps planned.
Toast to that.
You know, I can't tell you. I'm just gonna let it happen.
We'll have future videos. Justin's gonna be part of the team. You're gonna be seeing his face pop in and out. He's been a real close friend to me and my family. And this is just one of his side hustles. We were also partners in a lot of other things, vending machine business, car dealing business, other side jobs that we have potentially worked on
Like
together.
I said, an entrepreneur, man.
Entrepreneur.
That's why I like him. He's an entrepreneur too.
Ah, get out of here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We had a blast here today. Justin, thanks for being here.
Of course.
And oh my God, Benji's tired. It's time to go. We got. Let's show you guys Cash real quick before we get out of here. It looks like she's pretty tired, ready to go. We're gonna see you guys later.